So traders, in this video I want to talk about the energy market itself and focus on the energy market because I believe we are setting up. There's a massive rounding top. The energy is rounding over and I believe we're going to start to see a significant move on the downside. And depending on how you trade the markets or what you utilize for the markets, I want to share with you the opportunities that are here right now when it comes down to what's going on right now with the energy sector and what's happening and what we could be seeing coming real soon. Now, here's the big thing about the energy sector. Check this out. If you have a look at this here, it's like a big, massive rounding top formation, right? So we can see through here, a big, massive, let's do this through here. Yeah. So this weekly chart from here, look at this here. So this big, massive weekly chart is what? This big, massive weekly chart is indeed spending a lot of time doing this rounding top formation, right? So big, massive rounding top formation here on this here, and we're starting to break down as well too. You can see where we're making higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, but now we've broken down and now we're just going sideways through here. So by looking at the energy sector right now is one of the greatest shorting opportunities I've seen in a long time. Now, I'm not short the energy sector right now. Bit of FYI, I still need to wait for my setup, right? But if you look at this here from a daily perspective, everything's starting to shift down, right? So a few things here that I do say. Firstly, we're actually starting to be a bit more of a downward trend here instead of an upward trend, right? So downward trends is what? Highs, lower highs, and then we're getting a move down, and now we're getting a bit of a pullback through here. That's the first thing I do say, is we're getting that. We're getting more of a downward trend from here. The second thing I do say is we're looking at this moving average, and this moving average is coming down through here as well too, right? We're starting to get the 52 moving average starting to trend on the downside as well, right? So we're starting to see that. And so one thing that we're really seeing here right now, not only are we seeing that, but we can see here that this has basically done nothing for all this time. We've just done, really, as you can see, really just all through here. And this is 1, 2, 3 years. After 3 years, it's about to drop from here. We're about to actually see something like this and something like that. And it's really interesting to see that along with the oil market as well too. And then also different things about what's going on with this market right now. We can see that through there. And this to me is like a bit of a rounding top formation. So the ideal situation for me, the best case scenario, right? I'll give you guys a bit of a tip of what I'm actually looking for. The best case scenario is this. What I'll be looking for on the best case scenario, and it may not happen, is this. See this moving average here? Firstly, what I want to see is I want to see this moving average. Now, this is a weekly chart, by the way, so it's probably going to take a while, right? I want the moving average to come down through to here. Step number 2 is I want the market to do this, do this, do this, do this, and we have a lot of support. See the support through there? And then we want a very big, strong, dominant bar. If we can get a little bit more of a pullback, because this pullback here, it's a pullback. This pullback is like the energy, right? Market goes in energy. Market goes up for a bit, using energy, pullback, build energy, using energy, pull back, build energy, and then goes. So we're getting this pullback through here, which is what? Building the energy, which is a weekly chart. And if we can get that and a big breakout, the very next week, it may come up to here somewhere. It may even come up to test this resistance support through here. But then ultimately, I see this thing having a really nice move on the downside. So the energy sector right now is one of those things that we need to be patient. It's not going to happen today, right? But one of those things that I'm really watching for, because if it does start to shift and we do start to turn, then ultimately, as you can see, this thing is potentially shaping up to be one of the greatest shorting opportunities we've seen this year.